Hey everybody, let's talk about the shape tool in Photoshop. It is very similar to what we have in Illustrator, but let me go over it just to be on the safe side. There's a few things that are a little different. As you can see, shape tools down here near the bottom, because it's not really used as much as it is in Illustrator by any means. So we're going to come here, click down, and you're going to see that we have rectangle, ellipse, triangle, polygon, line, and custom shape. I'm going to do the rectangle, and I will, whatever I apply to the rectangle will usually apply to the other shapes for sure. Okay, so I just click and drag. Notice it turns black. If I want a perfect square, I can go shift and notice it's a perfect square. Hold that shift button down to keep it a perfect square, perfect triangle, or a circle instead of a ellipse and stuff like that. As you can see, I can actually, with the little dots around here in the inside, just like Illustrator, I can grab them and I can actually make a radius. I can actually turn this one into a circle if I needed to. That works out really well. Also, it is the same thing as it would be in Illustrator. I can grab that corner, hold that shift button down and make it larger or smaller, just like the transform. I can also rotate it, hold that shift button down, and notice I can do it in 15-degree increments. So it works out really, really well. Let's talk about some of the things, how we can change some of the characteristics to it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Come here to my properties. And oh, I can't get rid of both. I'm just going to keep them both there. They're both on the same layer. Oh, great reminder. Notice when you are drawing with shapes, they will all stay on one layer. Okay. If you need to draw it on a second layer, create the second layer and take it from there. Also, you're going to notice that when you look at the actual layers over here, it says rectangle 1. There's a little black box in the corner of the thumbnail. It's a gray box with a white, square with points on it. That's telling you that it's a vector shape. Just want to know that it's not pixelated. It's vector shape. We can actually pixelate it or rasterize it very easily by right-clicking on it and rasterizing the layer. So then we can do other things to it. But for now, we're just going to use it as a shape. Okay. With that being done, I can come and click on one of these. Let's come here. Move that there. We have them done. We're going to come here to my properties, and you're going to see the appearance. It looks similar to what it is in Illustrator again. And I'm sorry if you people haven't seen my other videos. I do a lot of Illustrator videos too. So if I make that correlation, I apologize if you're not a Illustrator person. With fill, I can go ahead and change that, pop it here. Notice any color I have here, it changes automatically and you can see it. I can also come down here and look at some of these folders. They look really good. Let's go with a grayscale. Notice we change that up. We can do a pure. Got some pure greens, yellows, oranges, whatever you'd like, and it works out really well. I can also come off to the right-hand side, click right here, and notice there's our solid color or our color picker that we're used to. So there's all kinds of ways to take care of that, and it works out really well. If I want to put a gradient into it, I can do it right here. Click my gradients right here. As you can see, they're there. I've got a couple presets I used earlier today at school, so that works out really well. And notice we also have these here, the blacks, the blues, the oranges, the greens, like we were talking about with backgrounds, and it works out really well. Notice, though, the actual gradient goes through both pieces. And that's one of the things. This should look very familiar too, where I actually have my colors here. If I want to change this color, double click and go ahead and make it a different color, and we're good to go. We could slide that both ways. We can do all kinds of things. But as you know how to use gradients through Illustrator, this is something to use. Okay, so there it is. Let's look at one other shape. So let's go back to my layers. I'm going to get rid of these. We're going to come here to what we call the custom shape tool. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to click and drag, and oh my gosh, a tree actually appears. Okay, yes, we can go through the fills. I can even give it a stroke. Let's give it a stroke to look pretty cool. Strokes there. Let's see what size it is. We want it more than 1 pixel. And notice you can see it bumping up and down. Okay, with a stroke, and this is going to go with everything else, I could actually have it go middle, inside, or outside. So we'll put it on the outside, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And there you go. Now, let's get back to the original question. How did I get that tree? Real simple. Up here, it's going to say shapes. Up to the right-hand side, if I come up here to the right angle, you'll see it. It's a drop down. And there are some that are already preset. We have our wild animals. Do a kangaroo. It will definitely take on whatever I have in my appearance already, so they'll all look the same. Without the wild animals, we can come here to leaves, leaf trees. As you saw, that's where I got the actual palm tree. We have boats. Let's see what boat this is. Kind of like a raft, which is kind of cool. All kinds of other ones. You can see a schooner, a motorboat, even a submarine. And of course, we have flowers. And with that being said, let's click one and draw one right here. And that's how it is. Again, I can grab that, take it, rotate it, do whatever I need to do, and it works out well. So that's the shapes. Like I say, everything pretty much correlates with triangles, polygons, things like that, and everything should work just fine. So I hope you enjoy this video. And again, it's about shapes and their vector artwork. We don't use too much vector artwork in Photoshop, but it is there and it is available. Enjoy the day.